morning, viewers. Welcome to Women Now. Thank you so much for joining us here today. We will take you through a journey of Himachal Pradesh in India, a place that a lot of us are not very familiar with. After that, we're going to talk to a very special guest, Geeta Ramachandran, who's come all the way from India. She is promoting a cancer research institute built by the Tatas all the way in Kolkata. After that, we're going to talk to Arvinder, who's also here from India, performing for Lush Entertainment, a little bit of Bollywood. So don't go anywhere, stay with us.
Hello everyone and welcome to another exciting episode of Women Now. Did you know that Himachal Pradesh was a union territory before it was declared the 18th state of India in 1971? And to celebrate this, we are here in ICC Milpitas to celebrate Himachal Day.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Ananda Swarupa Vajishtita.
We are here with the president of Universal Society of Hinduism, Rajan Zed. Hi Rajan, welcome to Women Now. How are you today?
Fine, thank you for having me here.
Absolutely. Now you've traveled all the way from Nevada to attend the Himachal Day celebrations.
Right.
Tell us why.
Because of my long association with Himachal Pradesh, and I am proud of that. And this is a second annual community event, so I thought it is my obligation to attend it. Yeah, and I feel proud of it, about it. Yeah.
And what is your takeaway from the event today? What would it be?
It is nice to see all of us together here, all the Himachalis, and children learning from the. We are passing on the tradition to the children and our culture. So it is easy to get lost here in the consumerist society. So this is a good way to pass on the culture to the little kids, or the coming generations, who don't have as much touch with the Himachal as we used to have. Om Bhur Bhuvah Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio Yo Nam Prachodayat.
Asha Sharma ji, thank you for joining us today on Women Now. How are you doing?
I'm well, thank you.
So Bay Area is full of diversity in terms of culture. What is it that you really take away from events such as these?
We ourselves as Indians, I think it's good for us because we are from different parts of the country in India, and after coming here, we are talking of other nationalities, but we have to look at ourselves. And I think that we need to be connected amongst ourselves too, amongst our states, which I find is not there. So that's a great thing I find that it's happening here in the Bay Area. North, South, East, West, we are all becoming one. And then of course we are understanding other cultures. And I think California is a great place to be in. They're more accepting, there's more understanding. So it's a great place, and we have to learn a lot from the people who live here.
Okay, so today I learned that Himachal Pradesh is more than just natural beauty. It's about food, it's about culture, it's about people.
Coming up next,
वुमेन नाउ प्रोग्राम देखने वाले सभी दोस्तों को मेरा यानी अरविंदर सिंह का सलाम, आदाब, नमस्कार, सत श्री अकाल, राम राम।
You're You're watching America's first South Asian TV talk show. Don't go away. Women Now will be right back.
We can never get enough of Bollywood and Indian music. Here we are at ICC for a classical concert put together by Lush Entertainment. Let's take you inside. This is a great moment for me as I get a chance to talk to Arvinder ji, who's come all the way from India with his music. Arvinder ji, namaste, sat shri akal.
नमस्ते, सत श्री अकाल एंड वुमेन नाउ प्रोग्राम देखने वाले सभी दोस्तों को मेरा यानी अरविंदर सिंह का सलाम, आदाब, नमस्कार, सत श्री अकाल, राम राम।
थैंक यू। आप इतने दूर से आए हैं, इंडिया से आए हैं सिलिकॉन वैली में। अब बताइए आपको उम्मीद क्या है सिलिकॉन वैली ऑडियंस के साथ?
उम्मीद तो बहुत है क्योंकि जैसा मैं लोगों के जो चेहरों के रंग हैं वो इतने हसीन हैं, बहुत लोग खुश लग रहे हैं मुझे और मैं सोचता हूँ कि ये एक बहुत ही यादगार प्रोग्राम होगा मेरे लिए भी और लोगों के लिए भी, क्योंकि उम्मीद सिर्फ इतनी होती है कि आप अच्छा गाना गाओ और अच्छे जो सुनने वाले हैं वो आपको अच्छी तरह सुने। तो मेरी उम्मीद बहुत अच्छी है और मुझे उम्मीद है कि लोगों की उम्मीद है वो मैं अच्छी तरह से फुलफिल कर सकूंगा।
बहुत उम्मीद हो गए। अब बताइए कोई डिफरेंस है क्या जो इंडिया लिसनर्स है आपकी और जो यूएसए में फैंस है, डू यू सी एनी डिफरेंस बिटवीन देम?
नहीं है, डिफरेंस तो बहुत है क्योंकि यहाँ मैंने लोगों में जो प्यार देखा है वो बहुत ज़्यादा इमोशनली दिल से चाहते हैं। तो इंडिया में थोड़ा सा प्यार तो करते हैं लेकिन मुझे लगता है कि यहाँ लोगों में ज़्यादा मोहब्बत है, वो प्यार उनका अंदर भरा होता है, वो छलक छलक के बाहर निकलता है आपके लिए। तो मुझे लगता है कि यहाँ लोगों में बहुत प्यार है।
आप म्यूजिक से कैसे कनेक्टेड हो गए? लाइफ में तो बहुत चीज़ है, राइट? आपको कब पता लगा कि योर लाइफ विल बी डेडिकेटेड टू म्यूजिक?
बहुत अच्छा आपने पूछा क्योंकि म्यूज़िक से मैंने शुरुआत जब की थी, मैं 8 साल का था। तो जब मैंने क्लासिकल सीखना शुरू किया तो डेफिनेटली 8 साल की एज में आपको नहीं पता होता कि म्यूज़िक क्या होता है। तो लेकिन वो सीखता रहा। मेरे फादर चाहते थे कि मैं म्यूज़िक सीखूं क्योंकि हमारी फैमिली में कोई भी म्यूज़िक से कनेक्टेड नहीं था। बट लेकिन वो सीखते सीखते मुझे लगता है कि एज ऑफ 15 या 16 में मुझे पता चला कि एक अच्छी चीज़ की तरफ मैं बढ़ रहा हूँ और मैंने एक अच्छा कैरियर मैंने अनजाने में अपनाया है। तो उसके बाद फिर जो डेडिकेशन थी वो शुरू हुई, मुझे लगता है कि एज ऑफ 15। उसके बाद पूरी तरह से फिर वो म्यूज़िक को मैंने एक इबादत की तरह और एक साधना की तरह उसको किया मैंने।
वेलकम टू वुमेन नाउ।
Thank you.
आप बताइए, you have come here all the way from India and then LA and you're playing, you're performing. Tell me what brings you here.
The love from the Bay Area. I know there are so many music lovers here, and as I told you, like this is my full-time job, and that's what I do. Even back in India, and I'll be completing 25 years of performing on stage in like 2 months.
25 years, that's how old you look. So tell me about this. In 25 years, how has music changed and how have you kept up with the changing music scenario?
Music has definitely changed. When I was a kid, I used to go and listen to all the classical singers and all the good singers of those times. But now the music has become like very short, like very you can say just computerized. There is no more soul left in music. But yes, there is still very talented musicians who are still here and who do a good job.
Well, how have you kept up with the changing pace of music?
My basic foundation of music is I learned classical music, so that's my foundation. And with the classical music, I can play bhangra, rap, and bhajan, and whatever different kind of music. And I've been mostly performing with all the ghazal singers. I played with Talat Aziz, Bhupender Mithali, Ghulam Ali ji, Anup ji, and Pinaz Masani ji. And I was one of the music and performed all over the world basically.
It's my distinct honor and a pleasure to interview none other than tabla maestro
How sweet.
Maneshwar Judge.
How sweet.
I have never heard you play. It's going to be the first time
That's right.
here,
In all the
right
10
now.
years in 10 years plus that you've known me, almost 15 years we've been friends, you've never heard me. That's
Never.
right.
And
That's right.
I almost thought that was something that you didn't want anyone to hear. And
No,
that's why I
no.
never got invited anywhere that you would be playing. So it's my honor today
How
and a
sweet.
pleasure
Thank you.
to hear you live.
Thank you.
Now tell me about your journey. Tell me about learning tabla. What is the first memory you have of you touching that tabla and knowing that, hey, I'm going to be a tabla player?
A visit to India to my father's uncle's family's place, and music's in the family, and they just had a tabla there. I was 4 years old, and my mom and dad were singing, and I just started banging on it. So my grandmother, my father's aunt, she packaged a dholak, a harmonium, and a tabla, put it in our bag, and sent it back to the States with me. And then it kept on going, and then eventually what happened is I found my teacher, Ustad Sayyid Arshid, who is Zakir Hussein's first cousin. And he used to drive all the way from Sonoma, because he was doing his MBA in San Rafael at Sonoma State. He used to drive down to San Jose and used to teach me for 4 hours straight. So that was the beginning of it all. And it was
Have you ever been frustrated that all the way here in the US that your art or your talent in music has not been well appreciated or well had an audience about and well, received? It's because you're far away from India. If you were in India today, maybe you would have been the top-notch tabla player.
Sure. I think in one way that's true and not true. We've probably in the United States, probably by now I've completed 2,000 shows in my career. And so that led me to play with everybody from India, whether it was Anup Jalota, Talat Aziz, Pankaj Udas recently, to whomever, to the tops. So I think that there's a market that exists here as well. It's different than India. And it's very different because you can still live your dual life, You can still be the musician on the weekends and be the whatever you are during the weekdays.
Coming up next,
It's sad, but all the do-gooders, NGO, who do not have the contacts have all the time and interest.
You're watching America's first South Asian TV talk show. Don't go away. Women Now will be right back.
it's my distinct honor and pleasure to welcome Geeta all the way from India, and you're doing some fabulous work with the Tata Cancer Center up there in Calcutta, Rajarhat. I want to first talk to you about your life. Tell me a little bit about how your journey began, what you did in your early life, how you became so accomplished, successful, and now working with the center.
Well, I was all of 19 when I got married, and came from a very traditional home, 2 flats, Malipu. But when I came to Bombay, I married into a modern family, and they said, you cannot just sit at home and cook, so go out and do something. And we had a special child in our family, so I went to volunteer at Sadhana School, which is where I worked forever, raising funds. And then even though I was in advertising as creative director, I kind of spent a lot of time raising, and I knew that, unless you have those glitzy brochures and your presentation style. So along with my experience in Trikaya Grey, where I worked as creative director, this became a passion with me for many, many years.
What got you attracted to the Tata Cancer Center?
Well, again, I didn't even knew it existed. I know the Tata Memorial in Bombay, but I had no idea that maximum cancers came from the East or any of these things. I was just doing a fundraiser for Sadhana School special kids with all of them dancing to Bollywood numbers, and somebody in Tata's was there. And he was a director of Tata's, Mr. Krishna Kumar, and he said, how have you done this? Where have you learnt that, because usually in India, it's sad, but all the do-gooders, NGO, who do not have the contacts have all the time and interest. And those who have the contacts don't have the time.
Right,
so
right.
he found that, he said, hey, that's a special feature, and then would you consider working for Tata Medical Center? And we needed 2.5 crores deficit, and he said he would give it to us, and I got on board on this wonderful cause that I'm working for.
Now let's specifically talk about the issue here, cancer, and you said that they are mainly coming from East, and it's kind of a very high number, and people are not getting treated because of lack of funds and lack of research and lack of availability to hospitals. But this medical center, I'm sure, is taking patients who are underprivileged. Let's talk a little bit about that and what you do at that medical center and how you reach out to people with that specific disease.
Actually, this is a 350 crore world-class center. But the most wonderful thing that attracted me was that 50% of the beds are entirely reserved only for the most underprivileged of underprivileged. And what makes me really motivated to kind of do something for them is when I see a poor, absolutely a child and a mother from the remotest part of India sleeping in a bed which is like soft, with soft blankets, centrally air conditioned, wonderful food that is served to them, and in an environment that is truly world class. For me, that does it.
তুমি শোনো না আমার কথা, তুমি দেখো না আমার চোখ, মুখে জমে থাক নীরবতা, বুকে নিবিড় রাত্রি হোক।
I really want to know from you, what have you found with people all over the world donating to charity? I mean, how do they react to a charity differently in different parts of the world?
Well, right now I've only been to London, and the US is my next stop.
Okay.
These are the only two references. And the US is new because I found that in London there was so much receptiveness to this whole cause. You know, a lot of the press came and they were interested in knowing, because Tata is his trust. I think at the end of it,
Right.
all the funds that I have raised, the crores of rupees I've raised within India, is not because I'm Geeta Gopalakrishnan, it's because I work for an institution like Tata's.
Right,
So the
right.
receptiveness is there. It's been like welcomed by people in London,
Right,
and with
right.
every year more and more people have known about it. Everybody's got a capacity. Every woman has a capacity, and once that teardrop comes out of our eyes, be it a small amount of money, like my job is to raise funds, so I'd say just give $40 to this cause. But at another level, if you want to get more involvement and if you want to do something more, there's always our website you could go to and, you know, offer whatever you want to do.
What has been the hardest challenge that you had to overcome in this journey?
actually, you know, it is so strange, that belief in God and the doors opening. I mean, I have had no challenges so far.
And you
So I
know it
guess-
from within and where your heart will take you.
Absolutely.
And I wish you all the best.
Thank
if there's
you.
anything else we can do from here in the US, this cause is very close to a lot of people's heart, because a lot of people have lost their dear ones and their near ones in cancer. So we would love to help out the Tata Cancer Institute.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Well, viewers, that's all we have time for you today. We will see you again next week, same time, same place. Till then, tell us what you thought about our show today at info@womennow.tv. Until we meet again, take care.